Hello and welcome to Rosie's channel. What I'd like to talk about today are the rising geopolitical tensions between three West African nations, Burkina Faso, Nigeria, and Benin. The story is developing quickly and it reveals a deeper struggle for power, sovereignty, and influence in the region. On December 7th, the Benin Republic found itself shaken by an unexpected military uprising. A group of soldiers identifying themselves as the CMR, the Military Committee for Refoundation, appeared on national television, announcing that they had overthrown the government. In their broadcast, they declared that the state institutions were dissolved and that the military was now in control. This announcement spread shockwaves across the region, not only because Benin is known for its relative political stability, but because the coup seemed to erupt out of nowhere. Almost immediately, reports surfaced claiming that the government of Benin reached out to one of its closest and most powerful neighbors, Nigeria, asking for military assistance. According to these reports, Nigerian forces were deployed into Benin to help stop the coup and restore order. But here is where the story becomes strange, confusing, and suspicious. Less than 24 hours later, on December 8th, a Nigerian AFC-130 military aircraft carrying 11 personnel was intercepted and detained by the AES, the Alliance of the Sahel States, which includes Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. The aircraft was seized inside Burkina Faso's airspace. Burkina Faso's military government immediately arrested the Nigerian personnel and grounded the aircraft, stating that Nigeria had no authorization to enter or fly over their airspace. They accused Nigeria of violating their sovereignty. Nigeria responded, claiming that the flight was an emergency operation, but here is the problem. If you look at the map, you'll notice something very interesting and confusing at the same time. Nigeria is located east of Benin. Burkina Faso is located north of Benin. So if Nigeria was deployed to help Benin, then there's no logical reason for a Nigerian aircraft to end up in Burkina Faso. And there's no possible flight path for Nigeria to Benin that would require crossing Burkina Faso's airspace. To reach Burkina Faso from Nigeria, a plane would need to pass over Benin, Togo, Ghana, and then Burkina Faso. So the big question is, why was Nigeria military aircraft flying in the opposite direction of Benin? Nigeria says it was an accident. Burkina Faso says it was a deliberate violation. And the AES says Nigeria never requested permission to enter their skies. So is this why the situation has raised eyebrows across Africa? Some analysts believe Nigeria may have been attempting to gather intelligence or position itself for involvement beyond the Benin crisis. Others think that the aircraft may have been conducting a covert mission related to the AES alliance, which has recently broken away from ECOWAS and taken a strong hardline stance against the foreign interference and regional pressure. This incident suggests rising mistrust between West African states, a power struggle between ECOWAS members and the AES, and a deeper geopolitical realignment happening quietly beneath the surfaces. And it leaves many questions. Was Nigeria truly responding to a call for help from Benin? Or was there another mission underway that Nigeria has not yet been transparent about? Why did they enter Burkina Faso without permission? And why on that specific day, immediately after a coup attempt in Benin? None of these questions have been answered. Burkina Faso, under its current leadership, has been extremely protective of its sovereignty and airspace. To them, the violation has not been an accident, but a serious, intentional breach. The AES alliance treated Nigerian aircraft the same way any country would treat a foreign jet that enters without clearance: detain the personnel, ground the aircraft, and an open investigation. Burkina Faso's message was clear. No foreign military will fly over their skies without permission, not even Nigeria. This entire chain of events, the coup in Benin, Nigeria's involvement, and Burkina Faso's response signals that West Africa is entering a new era of possibly instability and political transformation. Old alliances are shifting. New blocs like the AES are challenging the influence of ECOWAS. And countries that were once considered stable, like Benin, are now experiencing unexpected military uprisings. Whether the situation escalates or fades will depend heavily on what happens next. Will the AES release the Nigerian officers? Will Nigeria push back? Will the Benin coup succeed or collapse? And most importantly, yes, most importantly, who is influencing these events behind the scenes? These are questions shaping the future of West Africa right now. My final thoughts are this is a situation developing, but one thing is clear. This was not a simple mistake. No, no, no. The geography alone that proves that Nigeria flying into Burkina Faso supposedly accidentally makes no sense. Something deeper is happening in West Africa, and we must watch closely as the story unfolds. What are your thoughts? What are your opinions? Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for listening.